prepare as normal, do what we can to make sure that we're ready for tomorrow night.
And apart from the disruption, has it been a good week on the training field when you've been able to get out on it?
It's been a disrupted week. There's no bounds about it, and you know, that's why we've got to get some football into them today.
When you've got that sort of disruption, does it give you a bit more opportunity to get on the phone perhaps, or do you just sort of try and do other things, get the players indoors?
What would I get on the phone for?
Transfer window open, isn't it?
No more than normal. I've been on the phone, I've been trying to get a few things done, nothing's happening at the minute. Just get on with it.
Friday night game as well. Do you enjoy the Friday night games? Because if you can get a win, then it puts the pressure on the teams around you, doesn't it? Especially if you've gone above them. Yeah,
that's the aim, but it didn't happen for us at Rochdale, and we had to sit and suffer on the Saturday. Listen, we just aim to get back on track, start winning games, and no more so than tomorrow night. We've got to go up there. We've got to be as good as we can. They're a decent side, particularly at home at the moment, and we're gonna have to play well to get anything out of it.
Yeah, their league position's a bit misleading, but I look back at the home record, I don't think they've lost in the league since September at home.
Yeah, they've got a good home record. Tough place to go. It'll be cold, windy, it'll be either snowy or bonard, and we've got to deal with it. No excuses now. 20 games to go. It's the first one of those. Just got to try and get 3 points and play well.
Is it the sort of place where you've got to be mentally tougher than perhaps you have to at other places?
You have to be mentally and physically strong. Of course you do, but you do every game. But on a Friday night, on a cold Friday night up north, you know, there can be no southern softies in the squad, and there aren't. And we've just got to make sure that we do everything right and make sure that we're ready for it.
Can the new formation work away from home?
New formation.
A four-man narrow midfield with the two up front that you played on Saturday against York.
The one we played at Northampton.
Probably as well, yes.
Yeah. Any formation can work. Just it's not about formation. It's about players and about them scoring more goals and stopping goals at our end at silly times. Of course it can.
Beat them 2-0 at home. Obviously Darren Carter with both goals that night, and one early, one late. I suppose it shows the value of performing for the whole 90 minutes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, transfer window, we've spoken about not much sort of activity there. Obviously, a little bit frustrating. You'll keep on trying, but is the need for another defender intensified now because of what's happened to Harry?
Harry's been a little bit unlucky that he's not really been in squads of late, so you know, in the sense of that, it was always we need another one at least anyway. So the search will continue, the wait will go on for as long as it needs to, and we'll see what happens over the remainder of the window.
You say he's been unlucky. It does sound an unusual injury to bones that perhaps most of us have never even heard of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not particularly the one you should be speaking to about it. I just know that the bones come away a centimetre apparently from where it is. He'll be in a pot for 6 to 12 weeks, so it looks like the end of Harry's season. So that's very unfortunate for him and ourselves, and we just have to, you know, we're lucky with injuries, we just have to get on with it.
You say lucky with injuries. Any other worries, or is everyone else pretty much okay?
Yeah, everyone's pretty much okay, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, good luck.
Pleasure.
Mark, are you trying to get a different calibre of player this January to previous years, and is that why it's, you know, you're biding your time over it a bit more?
I've just got to make sure that what I've got, I use it properly, and I'm just trying to get value for money, trying to get the best players I possibly can, and go from there. And it's just with the ones we're after, it's just proven a little bit more time-consuming than we would have liked, but. So there's no panic. We've still got good players at the football club, and you know we'll make judgments and calls on the ones we want if we can't get them at the right times and move on.
Yeah, the chairman said if you didn't have the FA Cup run, you might not have had any scope at all to bring people in. So
it's a good job we had a couple.
Yeah, I mean you generated that money yourself again, like you did last season, and with the Tottenham game and Wembley. And do you feel like you've earned the right to throw a bit of money around?
It is a bit of money, literally. The club have decided where we're going with it. I've been given what I've got. Like I said before, I've got to make sure that we're not in the fortunate position of Bradford, who I think are doing a fantastic job in going and spending wisely for the next season. We're not in that position right at this moment in time. We're doing all we can to enhance the squad this season, and if we can do something for next year, then we'll think about that as well. But the immediate aim is right now.
Yeah, I mean, you've hinted that you've not really been given as much as you would like to. I know you always understand the club's limitations, but are you disappointed with the amount you've been given?
No, I'm not disappointed. Listen, if they gave me everything, I'd always want more. So it just takes time with getting the ones you want.
Yeah, there's only one player who's he actually mentioned Cheltenham himself, and I know you won't comment on individual players, but is there any progress with the player who's mentioned Cheltenham himself? Because that's he's made it quite clear.
He's not coming.
You've had a very good first half of the season, as you did last year. But is there anything specifically you're sort of talking about and working on to try and sustain it better than you did this time last year?
Yeah, various things. Just resting players at the right time, giving them recovery times at the right time. We're having a meeting this afternoon just about our strategy and our plans for the next 3 or 4 months, to where we can try and give people breathers, whether it's from training or whether it's from games at the right times, how we look after players. Just if we can, as a staff, improve things by 2%, and how the players can improve by 2%, then that's what we're looking at.
Yeah, and it's always hard to bring players in when you're doing well, isn't it? Because if you're desperate and you just need players to fill positions just to get you.
And we're not in that. Like I say, we're not desperate. We're looking to improve and to help the group we've got. There's plenty of names out there, but like I said, I've got a bit of money that I've got to make sure that what I do is right, and we get the combinations of what we bring in right. There's no point me going in and getting one player, then something else comes available that we think, well, we could have gone for that one. We are trying to do the best we can with what we've got, and hopefully come the end of January, then we'll have 2 or 3 new additions and ready to kick on.
Yep. Okay, cheers.